Hello, class, and welcome to Module 3. In this module, we'll be working with carbonyl and carboxyl compounds. While there are no date restrictions on your modules, focus on completing this before the fourth week of class if you want to stay on a weekly schedule. So let's go through the overview, objectives, and the textbook reading preparation. The overview. We will begin this module with learning about structure and functional groups of aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. Then we will study their IUPAC nomenclature. Then we will discuss reactions involving aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. Finally, we'll conclude this module by analyzing properties of those groups of organic compounds. The objectives: the student will be able to characterize structural differences between aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. The students will use the IUPAC system to name aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. The student will be able to discuss reactions of aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. And the student will understand the importance of aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. The reading preparation is chapter 20, section 3. And so I have it up here. And so this is what the reading looks like. So go through the reading. You're going to look at the carbonyl group, which is the C double bond O. And then depending on what it's attached to makes a difference in whether it's an aldehyde or a ketone. And then you'll look at the different reactions for those. And we talked about on in module two, the alcohols. And you'll see how alcohols in a reaction can become an aldehyde or a ketone depending on the type of alcohol. You'll look at the naming, and then this one with the esters, because esters have certain fragrances, they are associated with certain smells, okay? And you're going to do an investigation activity on this, and we're going to talk about that in this video as well, all right? And these are your acids. And this is showing you going from an alcohol to an aldehyde to a carboxylic acid, all right? And then this gives a more detailed explanation with actual examples, all right? So with this, make sure that you go through these notes. They are very helpful for this lecture material to help you understand a little bit better about these particular compounds. And along with the reading, there are supplemental online resources. These are video lectures that help you understand the material a lot better. And so they are loading, takes a little minute, but we're looking at functional groups. There's a video on that. Nomenclature of aldehydes and ketones. All right, you see the video starting to come up. Then esters, and then carboxylic acid. So make sure that you go through these videos because they are going to help you understand the material and how to draw these structures. That's going to become important for the lab act and the homework activities. All right, so the activity, this is Esters in Everyday Life. It's a chemistry of smell video project. And so what you're going to do, let me first give you the overview. Esters are organic compounds responsible for many familiar smells and flavors found in foods and fragrances. In this activity, you will investigate esters responsible for aromas and communicate your findings through an educational video. So you're going to research and select 5 esters responsible for smell or flavors in foods. So these are a couple of examples: isoamyl acetate, which is banana, and then ethyl butyrate, which is pineapple. And so you're going to find 5 esters. All right. You're going to create a 3 to 5 minute educational video. You must be visible on the camera and at least 3 real products shown in the video. Okay. So not all 5 do you have to show in the video, but you do need to show at least 3 of them. You need to be shown smelling the product. Okay. And then you're going to describe the aroma or fragrance, explain what the esters are, and the chemical structure, discussion, and diagrams of all 5 esters. Connection between the structure and the smell. Okay, so this all needs to be in your video. You could be creative with this. It could either be PowerPoint or it could be pictures that you're holding up in the video that has the structure as well as what the item is. But for the 3 products that are real, you actually have to show the real product. All right. The other 2 can be simply on a poster board, or you can have it as PowerPoint slides. I will leave that up to you, but be creative with this. You do need to show the chemical structure, though, of all 5 of them, even the 3 for the real products that you're showing. And you need to explain what esters are associated with all 5 of your products. But if you have questions, please reach out to me and let me know of your questions. So you want to upload your video file or link, and it's MP4 or a YouTube link. Canvas Studio is good. You can also use, if you do a video with PowerPoint, you can do that and upload your video PowerPoint presentation. All right. Well, like I said, if you have questions, let me know. And then your homework, just like other modules, it's 10 multiple choice questions. There is no time limit for the homework, but you do have 2 attempts. So very important. If you submit your first attempt and you didn't do as well as you wanted to do, make sure that you ask questions or you refresh your information for this particular module before you do the second attempt, because I don't want you to do the second attempt and not do as well as you're hoping to do. The highest grade from the 2 attempts will be the one that's submitted into the grade book. All right. And then the last thing is the lab assignment for this particular module. So just like in module 2, we are drawing structures. And so there is a file associated with this that you want to download. Click here for the download. And then there's videos to help you understand how to draw these structures. And so if you are struggling with the structures, it's the same structures that we did in modules 1 and 2. The Kekulé structure, the condensed structure, and the skeletal structure. But now we're looking at that for our aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, and esters. And so if we look at this, this is what you get when you download the file. You have your pre-lab questions just like before you saw in modules 1 and 2. And then you're going to draw your structures, okay? And so it gives you the structure, the name of the structure you're going to draw. You're going to do the condensed structure and the skeletal structure for this one. You're just like before, counting carbons and hydrogens and telling which type of bonds you have and also the functional group. All right. And so you're going to go through and do those. Okay. You have a few problems, examples of each. The first group, you were given the name. The second group, you were given the structure. Okay. And does it ask you? No, it does not. Okay. I was looking to see if it asks you to name the structure. But it might be good practice to name those structures once you figured out the functional group, but it is not required. All right. But for practice, it would be nice. And then for your post-lab question, you're going to explain the similarities and differences between the studied compounds. It needs to be 10 to 15 sentences. Very important for you to get full credit for that post-lab question. All right. All right, so that is it for Module 3. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll see you in Module 4.